Hey guys, Hakurou Workshop back with day 2 of customizing a folding knife. Alright, it's the next day. Let's unpack these. Okay, I definitely feel some thickness difference between these. I think this is the thinnest. Well, I guess I sand these down. I think I'll use a 120 grit. Middle is slightly thicker, and I want to say it's on this side. Okay, let's get rid of some of this dust. Sanding away my thumbs here. Yeah, that's easier. It might be getting to the point of it's good enough. I'm also going to say this is good enough. So there's a few things I need to do. I need to cut this into 4 pieces. So I'm going to make a mark at, because this is 15, 7.5. And that will give me 4 pieces that are more than thick enough. So that goes on the bandsaw. This I need to get these pieces glued on. But before I start cutting these, I need a template. So I need a template to show me the exact dimensions I'm going to be cutting everything to. So I'm going to cut a hole of this shape without the beak, because between the chickadee and the brown capped, the beaks are different. But the main body, including the head, all the same. So glue that on there and cut that out. Because it's a mat board, as long as I have a sharp knife, I should be able to cut through it. Part of me wonders if I should do 1 mil larger around the edges. That way I can give myself some play to leave until I have all the pieces assembled, and then I slim down the edges up to the final metal plates. Right, there we go. Now it's time to start cutting these. And the more I think about it, I do want these glued on there. So I guess first thing is getting this cut up so that I can get one of these pieces ready for this pattern to be glued on. At the same time, I'll glue on the rest of them. I'm going to be working right up against the blade, so I'm going to be using the guide. Hopefully it cuts nice and straight. And now that it's so thin, I tape this on using double-sided tape onto the guide so that I don't have to hold it. That's how it works. It got stuck. The little flaps that were loose got stuck on the back edge of the blade guard. Well, blade guard, blade hole. The cutout on this plate. Because the saw pulls down, and the flaps are loose enough to just tilt right in. Other than that, should be good, so let's keep going. That was scary. Half is like not so scary mortal danger. That part I'm used to. Maybe not mortal danger, just like risk of injury. But if you're smart about it, you don't have to worry too much about it. The scary part is, it had a lot of chances to break, but now, 4 pieces. 4 pieces of laminated veneer. Okay, there's another step that I want to get started, because it's another gluing step. I need the back plate, or rather, another layer, 2 layers of veneer that's going to be behind each of the separate pieces so that they can all be one single piece after it's all glued together. And that's going to be 2 pieces of the walnut veneer. One with the grains going sideways, other horizontal, glue them together so that, again, I get the crisscrossing fibers for added strength. Okay, now that we have all the adhesives ready, I am going to glue all the patterns on using some spray adhesive on just one side, so it essentially becomes very similar to a sticker. And then I believe I'll start, let's see, do I want to start top down and then match everything to that, or bottom up? Thing is, these 3 parts are supposed to line up exactly on this edge right here, this red line. So putting those 3 pieces together, then sanding all of this flat, I think it's smarter to start bottom up. And then I have a lot of control about how much I want to make. So, yeah. So starting bottom up. So let's get these glued together. And now I should clean these. I do find that just using any sort of tape, I'm using masking tape right now, does tend to get the glue off once it starts to dry. Now that we're back inside, let's get these stuck on there. I do need to sand this down to the right thickness because this is still way too thick. We are ready to start cutting. Gonna do the majority of the cuts on the bandsaw or jigsaw. Okay, I should first, while I'm aware of what I need to do, I need to cut this few excess there and this side, so I have things to sand down so I can match all of this up with it perfectly. Same thing goes for this one, and on this one, not that I'm going to be able to see it well. Part of me is tempted to just go on the belt sander and just sand this down. But with a lot of shear force like a belt sander, it is veneer. It is just glued thin pieces of veneer that is just a little over 2 mils in thickness. I'm afraid that it might just start ripping into it or tear the glue off. So I should take my time and cut this with what? These 2 straight cuts, bandsaw makes sense. Curved cuts with bandsaw, always slightly risky. No matter how good you are, it's always slightly risky. Now, let's go bandsaw. Let's go bandsaw. Let's do these 2 curves first. Yeah. Okay, it worked. It's definitely not as delicate as I would have liked it. So I'm definitely not going to do this curve. I see way too many potential errors for it. Alright. Please don't break on me. Okay, I'm going to first put some relief cuts in here. Okay. There's a lot of pulling force in a direction that it is weak to. I'm sure it'll work fine for other angles, like this one. Yeah, that's working fine. But that's already within, I can sand that down easily. I'm going to try something. I'm just going to try, I'm going to see if I can just cut this off. There we go. Yeah. That's most of the way done. Okay. I'm happy with that. Still very rough, but it's getting there. Sanding always takes so much longer than you expect it to, so it's always better to just cut as much off at the beginning. Alright, I have it the point of writing right up against the edge of the paper. Look at that. Unfortunately, that's on the side. but how the wood fibers are running into each other. Need to see if I can incorporate this into later designs. So very close. I'm finally at a place where I'm pretty happy with what I got. It's in pretty nicely. I don't know if this pattern plan worked too well. I've been matching it up with the actual original scales. It's really this tail edge that I really want to get here, because there's so little material here that if I shape it more, I'll lose that detail.